2029 master. It probably got cut off. Damn it, I have to do it again. So much for the intro. All right, do that again. Hello, I am Z Dreadwing, 2029 master. And there's a dog barking in the background. Shut up, dog. But anyway, how's it all going, everybody? I'll just give a little bit of time for people to get in to hear, but finally streaming. Hooray. It's been so long since I've done a live stream. It's all changed and stuff, and YouTube has updated the way to do live streaming, because now if you go upload videos, you can now go press the go live button, which is the new beta for new YouTube streaming. I'm actually streaming using good old Google Hangouts. I just primarily think that's a lot better because I just literally just mucked around with the go live feature, and there's literally not a lot of controls and access that this Google Hangouts do compared to the go live on YouTube, which I think they should add a lot more controls and flexibility. And also you kind of have to have a camera on when you're live streaming the go live button. So, and you're probably confused about what I'm talking about. If you, all right, I'll actually you just might screen share for this moment. Yes, my entire screen. Oh, so literally if you go up to here, which is create a video or post, and you just go live, you can live stream there, but that is not my preferred method to live stream. It's just not my favorite. So anywho, I'll just wait for a little bit more viewers to get in. I did actually just announce the post on facebook.com just recently. So kind of let some people get in. But hey, the Bumblebee movie's kind of exciting. But I'll kind of go into a little bit more detail of that. Yeah, so actually recently I've been working on a new custom. It's Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. It's basically it's the same mold used for the Transformers Prime, Power Rises, Optimus Prime, but the way I did the colors, the purple and that looks so good. Like I'm kind of happy at the way it turned out. It turned out really good. I haven't really got a viewer yet. Let's just see the chat. Let's go down. Oh, I'm listening to myself. I'm on my phone. But no viewers yet, so or hope. So actually I'm kind of gonna get the show on the road. I'm gonna came here to talk about what I'm going to talk about. And that is the world of Transformers. Whoa. Live streamception going on here. But TFW San Diego Comic-Con was last week, and I was gonna do a live stream last week, but I kind of got coaxed into cleaning up the house, or help cleaning up the house. So that's kind of why I didn't do it earlier enough when the whole San Diego Comic-Con was still big in the news. But anywho, I'm doing it now. I'm backing up my tracks, and I still got heaps of weeks of stuff to talk about. But anywho, what you're looking at here is Deluxe Class Bumblebee movie. Oh, well, the studio series Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee. And it actually looks kind of better than what I expected. I'm kind of a little bit worried that the legs, that it's kind of going to be another remold of the last night's Bumblebee, but just with a Volkswagen, but kind of has a similar legs. It kind of looks like the Volkswagen pieces are just like folded up at the back here. That's kind of what they did. But anywho, This is, I think the battle mask comes down. I think it does, but new cannon there, and he's got like a cool looking arm blade. Kind of curious how this new Deluxe will turn out. So, here's it from the side. Yeah, the back of the Volkswagen kind of folds back. And this is like part of a 2-pack of the generation that you got like the old Volkswagen Bumblebee, and you got like the Last Night Bumblebee. And that's like a the exclusive over there with the gold version of that figure, but with 2 Cassetticons. I can't remember their names, but there's like another version of that. Volume 2 Retro Pop Highway. That's a nice name. It's kind of bringing back memories from the Awesome Mix, which is kind of lovely from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I think this is what one of the Bumblebee movies is going to wear. Oh, the girl, what's the name? Haley Steinfeld. I think that's her suit. Yeah. Actually, no, that's merchandise. What am I talking about? Get out of here. But that jacket actually looks really cool. Even has like the little Bumblebee symbol there. That's cool. Even like got some like books there. Even like Haley Steinfeld's characters in it. Kind of cool. Okay, moving on. Some of the images from the Bumblebee movie. We do have some more Studio Series figures. Basically, we got a few new ones, including the Revenge of the Fallen styled Studio Series Starscream. It's basically it's pretty much just Studio Series Starscream, which was an upscale from the Deluxe Starscream, and now he's got some tattoos. He's even got a little bit more gold bits here as well. I don't know if I like this color choice right here for the majority of the figure. I mean, it does look all right, but maybe a kind of a little bit darker would be nice. That's kind of just me at the moment. But it does come with the buzzsaw and looks like the part of the forest battle in the background. That's his jet mode. You kind of see he's tattooed out. I'm kind of curious how Starscream in the movies, how he got those tattoo deco. It's kind of interesting. I know in like one of the movie comics, it does show him actually doing that, like carving tattoos on him. But I don't know if that's still canon. That's the thing. I'm not sure if that's completely still canon. I don't know. Maybe. But there's a little bit of look of it. And we got Studio Series Ironhide, which was already leaked in I think Taiwan already had this figure. And there he is in the flesh. Yeah, he looks a little bit bulky. I don't know about this bar piece here, but he actually looks really good. Really nice. And I can imagine the transformation is going to be quite difficult, or maybe in a Studio Series way where they actually make it kind of fun. And I do apologize. My nose is a bit snuffly today. And it just happens. It's cold. It's winter down here. And this is apparently like one of the KSI drones. Apparently this repaint of Studio Series Lockdown, and he got like another repaint of, I just go through the images, Orange Lamborghini. Come on. And this is also, so these are basically just KSI looking drones to kind of simulate those prototypes in that movie. I just noticed that he even has like the remodeled claw bit there. I didn't actually notice that before, but now in greater detail, I'm like, oh, that's different. The new head looks pretty good. But yeah, if I go down here and you got Studio Series Ratchet, kind of in a Dark of the Moon style. I thought the coloring on him was more of a white, but nevertheless, this looks alright. I don't know if I'll be picking it up. I probably might get the Studio Series Ratchet just to have, the movie Ratchet. But hey, just to like fill it in. So, Shadow Raider, Deluxe Shadow Raider. Sorry, but it kind of fits in that kind of bright color. Look at the KSI drones. Look at some Generation toys. At the moment, we got some of the Prime Wars exclusives. We got Prime Wars Blast Off there, which is kind of the Hasbro version of the Takara version of Blast Off. He looks better in person, but I don't know about the feet. He has these kind of like tap dancing shoes, like he's gonna be tap dancing. That's kind of what I think of him. Or maybe when he's or maybe he can get to work. Maybe like rocket skates. Just put like wheels underneath there and he can like go quickly. But anyway. There's his shuttle mode. It looks okay now, but I wish it was a little bit slimmer. It looks a bit bulky, but that's just me at the moment. And we got Generations Rapungus. However you say it, he looks fantastic. I love the color of the blade. It looks cool as well, but overall, really, really excited for that. But what I'm mostly excited about is this Punch Counter Punch. Wow, he looks amazing. Yeah, it's a little bit hollow in that, but that's kind of what was of the Combiner Wars and mostly some of the Prime War figures. But Punch Counter Punch looks awesome. It even has like the different hands inside there for his other mode for Punch Counter Punch. Yeah, it even has the box. So the boxes, if you like collecting boxes, it'll kind of form into one giant massive box art, which looks awesome once it's complete. So these are the exclusives. This is the Rock Garage Gold Bumblebee with the cassettes I was just talking about briefly. And you got the exclusive Throne of the Primes, where Optimus Primal is the big leader on his throne. I just love the scepter / Infinity Gauntlet looking thing. It looks great. I think that even looks like a crown there, which wouldn't surprise me. But just some of the wave, I think wave 3 of the Power of the Primes. Inferno I've been seeing around. I haven't seen Wild Firestar over there. I've seen Brawn a couple of times. Haven't seen Octopunch over there. I'm trying to think of names at the moment. And you got Cindersaur, which I actually seen as well in stores, but I haven't seen these guys yet. I mean, I would like to get some of these guys, but Predaking, my thoughts on Predaking, I'm kind of moving this fast. I kind of don't want this to be a big stream at the moment. I just kind of want this to be kind of a short, maybe like 1 hour stream, but I kind of have a lot to talk about, so I'm kind of just skimming through this quickly. Power of the Primes, Predaking. He looks really, really cool. It's a shame that the wings don't splay out like in the third-party versions, though. I kind of wish it did. But it would be kind of nice to get an official Predaking. It looks great so far. I love the look of it. Maybe Perfect Effect will come up with an awesome upgrades kit for this. Get some new hands, get some new weapons, and of course new feeties. But the individual robot modes look pretty bang on. I like them. And also they can kind of the limbs kind of form like giant massive guns, which I love. Which is awesome. Alright, that's that. Power of the Prime Predaking. I think that's it for generation toys. I'm kind of just going through the TFW 2005. Oh, Masterpiece Ironhide. I haven't talked about him yet, but Masterpiece Ironhide actually looks quite shebang. I kind of like the look of him. Maybe not like this. Maybe it doesn't really look that good, but in the official box art, which right there, he actually looks a lot better with his arms a bit back more instead of just hunkered down. It doesn't really look right, especially with the pieces of the truck forming his chest. It doesn't. It kind of makes it look like he has no shoulders, like he's like Ironhide is a hunchback or something. That's just kind of my view, but Ironhide, he looks amazing. My poor wallet's gonna suffer because I have Masterpiece movie Bumblebee, Masterpiece movie Optimus Prime, and I'm actually thinking about getting Barricade, which is over there. But Ironhide, I definitely think he's in the collection for the Masterpiece, or my slowly growing Masterpiece figures. Excuse me, I'll have a water. That's better. Masterpiece Ironhide looks absolutely good. Hey, we have a viewer. Hey, how you doing? Whoever you are, you may reveal yourself to the viewing pleasure. Sorry, that voice. But we have some Walmart G1 reissue of Generation 1 figures, including Devastator here. We also have Bumblebee. And also, I know we have Brawn as well, and a couple of the other mini bots. But I hope these hit Australian stores. I kind of want to get into some G1, some more Generation 1 figures. Because at the moment, I got Generation 1 Soundwave, the reissue version of Generation 1 Soundwave. And I also have the reissue of Generation 1 Optimus Prime. That one has kind of seen better days. It doesn't really look as hot. The paint is kind of falling off and the tires are kind of ruined. But hopefully they do more of this and hopefully they hit Australian stores because I really want Devastator. I want Generation 1 Bumblebee and Starscream. That would be cool to have. At least to have it in my collection. At least. So moving on for the display, Cyberverse, it's kind of giddy. I have to talk about it. But at least there's one figure I'm definitely going to get in the entire line of Cyberverse. Oh, they even have commercials. Action Attackers. So if I probably don't get as much on this Cyberverse series, but I'll probably just end up getting mostly the Warrior class Shockwave because he actually looks really, really cool. I'm kind of not sure about his arm. He has like this big, gigantic arm, like he's been working out too much. I can imagine Shockwave after doing some scientific things and he's just like, okay, I'm finished for the day, and he just works out. That's kind of what I'm imagining. Now we know what Shockwave does in his spare time. That'd be a funny sight to see, but anyhow, some more of the gimmicky figures, but this won't be all for Cyberverse I'm going to talk about. I've kind of seen a little bit of the animation for Cyberverse. It's apparently still in, it's still being worked on. So it could look a lot better than what's revealed at San Diego, but at the moment, it doesn't really look that hot at the moment, which I kind of wanted this show to be kind of a 3D animation and more on the style of Transformers Prime, or even like 2D animation will even look fine. But at the moment, Cyberverse's animation doesn't really look that great, to be honest. But hey, I think just to see I will see the episodes just to see. I'm kind of my throat's a bit dry, but anywho, yeah, kind of interested to watch it to see how it is, but it kind of seeming like the plot is kind of more on the lines of the Born Identity, where Bumblebee loses his memory and he has to go and remember stuff about his past, which will be epic. And speaking of epic, let me just screen share this awesome reveal. I have to talk about this. Transformers Siege War for Cybertron trilogy. Yeah, the name War for Cybertron, not to be confused with the game War for Cybertron, but it's there. We did have some reveal figures for this. We have Ultra Magnus, which looks grand and awesome and very Generation 1 part, very Cybertronian, which is sort of what they're leaning for this wave. And also we have has Micromasters introduced back into the Transformers series. We have Battle Autobot Patrol, and we have New Deluxe Chromia, which kind of looks a little bit similar to the Power of the Primes Firestar, but it kind of looks more Cybertronian. Just the way the vehicle mode, it kind of reminds me of that. Deluxe Cog. So interesting thing about Deluxe Cog is that he can disassemble into weapons, ultimate weapons for any of the other figures, which it actually looks really cool idea. It's kind of like a rolling version of six. Excuse me. Oh, I gotta have water. Sorry. Sorry for that break. My throat decided to play tricks on me, but at the moment it looks like a modern version of Six Gun, which is Metroplex's other Autobot that comes with him from Generation 1. God, my nose is snuffly, my throat's playing tricks on me. And then we have Hound, which, oh my god, look at Hound. I love the look of him. I love also this this on the figure, but I think that's mostly Photoshop. The battle damage, like he's been through hell, is not through shiny. But I kind of want this to be on the Hound figure. It will look excellent if they have it. Hound, and we got Ironhide, probably the closest version that we ever get of Ironhide. That is Generation 1 inspired, which is kind of the best that we got, and I like his vehicle mode. It doesn't look like that big gigantic van, which is kind of a Cybertronian version of that, but it doesn't really look mostly like that. And I just realized there's a seat on his gun, meaning you could probably put some Titans Return figures on that. That looks cool. Battlemaster Lionizer, which turns into a little sword. And I love this effect, like it's swinging. That is awesome. And also Micromaster Autobot Race Car and Patrol, which, hey, it looks really cool. And Macromaster Autobot Rescue Patrol. You got a little police car there, and you got a little fire engine. And I just realized the car patrol, one of them looks like a DeLorean, like no joke. And obviously Ultra Magnus that I just talked about. But I believe there's some more War for Cybertron / Siege of Cybertron figures. Can't remember where, so hold on. But that was the official images. Now if I screen share again. There we go. And there's the actual figures in the flesh in this cool display. I love this display. I kind of wish that was a set. And obviously Optimus Prime and Sideswipe, which were kind of the first reveals of this new line. But this display looks really cool. I kind of want somebody to do a version of that and release it. Because that would be a sick battle scene, especially a stop motion. That'd be really, really cool. So looks like I might get my wish. Looks like they do have the Battle Worn. I kind of hope that it keeps that in the official figure release, but at the moment they might keep it. Which, hey, I'm all for. I love that detail, that Battle Worn detail. And obviously, Optimus Prime has some of that ash-looking stuff on his legs, and even like oh, I thought he had more, but never mind. Love the display. Optimus Prime, another body type for Prime. It's kind of interesting to get a lot more Primes out of this after the Prime Wars. Now we have another version of Prime. Like, how many Optimus Primes are we going to see released? Probably many. He is one of the popular characters, after all. He is a flagship character. But oh, and also, yeah, more of the Generation 1 reissues. I just briefly talked about, but there was Wind Tailgate and Wind Charger. Not Tailgate. Oh god. Hot Rod. Hot Rod as well. Looks grand. Again, I'll probably just get these figures just to say I have a Generation 1 version of them. Just to say. Alright. So I did kind of briefly skim on the Cyberverse figures. And this is the official images. Warrior class Megatron. He actually looks alright, and I like this as well. This and he's definitely going on the Generation 1 aesthetic, especially Optimus Prime as well. But he just turns into a tank. As Megatron does, and he looks like he has modern weapons there as well. But Megatron looks really cool. Scout class Optimus Prime. So basically, it seems these Scout class figures just seem to have the Jaywalk or Jerwalk modes, which is like half transform the toy, but it doesn't really look alright. I mean, at least Slipstream, if I can even pronounce a name right, god dang it, looks alright. In that Jaywalk mode, and actually not too bad, but it kind of doesn't really look feminine at all, but at least Windblade looks feminine. Oh god, her face. Her face looks like she wants to die. And we have Ultra Class Shadow Striker, which I think the Ultra classes are bigger in many ways, but Shadow Striker is like a sniper character, which is definitely not referencing Widowmaker, but it definitely seems like it. Ultra Class Shockwave. Oh god, Shockwave looks cool. Also, his arm looks gigantic, which I said before. Some of the Warriors, Acid Storm. Finally a version of Acid Storm that looks alright. Not so much the yellow. Warrior class Megatron that I was just talked about, and Windblade, that's a better face instead of up there. And actually, that looks an alright figure. I thought it would be a remold of the Robots in the Skies version. So that's for the Warrior classes of Cyberverse. I'm just going through these one at a time, just so you can see these figures and I didn't talk about the just seeing what there is now to talk about. There's if the page can actually freaking load. Okay, now it seems to go back to where I was, which thanks. I needed that. So back previous page. Okay, blah blah blah. All right. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Apparently, there's also more Studio Series figures, which I missed about the Bumblebee movie. Which I'll just give it a minute to load. Comments. Let's have a look quickly at the comments. Viva my good old trusty phone. No comments so far. But there is one person watching. The one poor soul who actually watched this. But okay. Now it's loaded, so let's screen share once again. Now we have here is Studio Series Deluxe Class Dropkick, which is similar to the Dropkick that was revealed in the Bumblebee movie. He is confirmed to be a triple changer as well as Shatter. And also Shadow seems to be as well a female Decepticon, which female Decepticon triple changer, that seems really, really cool. So I kind of figured that there will be, kind of the wing parts on her back, as well as the bits of the car. Dropkick has like a little cockpit behind his back, so I kind of figured there was something interesting about them. But this is just going through what I've talked about. These are the official images. Bumblebee. But yeah, so let's stop screen sharing. But what is to talk about is the recent Bumblebee movie panel. So at the moment, so this is from the Bumblebee, might contain spoilers, so don't stab my back about it and don't get up me. Brand new footage of the film featuring Decepticons and other characters. Travis Knight discussed creating a new look for Bumblebee, blending the modern aesthetics with a cartoony, more Generation 1 inspired looks. Cybertron is apparently going to appear in the film, as Bumblebee's backstory is elaborated on and why he comes to Earth in the first place. So it's been interesting. Why did Bumblebee come to Earth? I hope it kind of fits in with the Last Night. I mean, even though Last Night was a big deal, I didn't really like the Last Night, but I can fit in. Yes, this is where it confirms that Shadow and Dropkick are triple changes. And this is the big one. This is the one that everybody has been making memes and complaining. The seeker shown in the trailers is not Starscream, but Blitzwing. However, it's unknown right now if he's a triple changer. If they don't make Blitzwing a triple changer, I am going to be sad. I mean, I'm kind of all right with Blitzwing being in the film, but just hope he's a triple changer because that's the whole point of Blitzwing's character right there. So this is just a bunch of other stuff. Commenting on Bay's lack of subtlety. Wow, that is mention of GoBots references. Oh wow, GoBots references. I mean, there were kind of GoBots references in the live action Bay movies. Like, I guess Squeaks was a GoBots reference, somewhat. Talking about the main villains, Shadow. So it looks like Shadow and Dropkick are going to be like part of the villains. I think Blitzwing could be like the main villain. Human antagonist as well. So I think it could be Decepticons. Blitzwing could be the main villain, and we got like Sector 7 being as kind of the other bad guys trying to hunt down Bumblebee. So actual footage of a forest fight scene versus the military. So that scene from the trailer when Bumblebee was like slightly running in the forest, that could be that forest fight. And also Charlie names Bumblebee for the first time. So she is the one who gave Bumblebee his original name. He wasn't always called Bumblebee. Yep, Shadow and Dropkick offered to help the military because he's a criminal. I don't know why. Maybe Bumblebee is just so slippery. He always ducks and dives and always disappears. And Shadow and Dropkick have been sent to Earth to try and catch him. Fight scene between Shadow, Dropkick, and Bumblebee. I can imagine that. Like Bumblebee doing like the "I'll take you all on" and fights 3 Decepticons at once. Optimus Prime does make a cameo, which is in the Generation 1 design, which I will actually talk about pretty soon as they go up, but these are kind of the things discussed in the panel. Apparently John Cena was roasted by a 12-year-old. that I can imagine that big old John Cena, the big wrestler, getting insulted by a 12-year-old. I can imagine that. I wish I was kind of at that panel to see that. But let's see. So where was it? I'm trying to find what I'm looking for since I'm on the topic of discussing the Bumblebee movie. Blah blah blah. All right, this is the page on the recent stuff. Here we go. Exactly what I wanted to talk about. All right, screen share. So this is the Voyager Optimus Prime for Katara Tomy from the Bumblebee movie toy line, which is pretty much based off the evasion mode Optimus Prime, but given more of a Generation 1 look and given so much more improvements. Like I noticed here, like the shoulders are different. He has more of a red and white to assimilate the truck mode. I kind of assume I kind of see why they chose this over, say, making a new mold, because this is the closest thing for a movie / Generation 1 toy they can have. Apparently also the mask can also flip up as well. And also on the back, he actually has an improved trailer hitch thing on his back, which is different. So that's really cool. So I wouldn't be surprised that if Prime turns out like this, then I wouldn't be shocked, but I would be happy. Or maybe something similar to this, but it looks so much better than the original Invasion Mode Prime. If they release this officially, then I'm up for it. I can't wait to buy it. So, well, how much time we got on the stream? Or how much have I been streaming for? I kind of want to keep this under an hour. An hour? Okay, 38. So a little under an hour, but I did get to talk about what I wanted to talk about, which was the San Diego Comic-Con reveals and other things. So now we move on to this. Toy Alliance Mega Series Soundwave full color image. That's like the image, but there was recently a figure released of him. Go back to the previous page and see the recent Soundwave, which you are amazed. Oh my god, he looks absolutely awesome. I mean, I love how he also has that awesome mix in his chest, but I love the blockiness. This screams Generation 1. He's not too hollow, not too skinny. He's the right bulk. And the cassette looks massive. He looks huge. Oh my god, that guy is he's staring at Soundwave so bluntly. He's like looking at the back of his head, like, I want to be inside that man. But wow, even Laserbeak looks big. I don't know how big this guy is, but he looks huge on the images. I mean, there's an image right next to Megatron in the background, so they're doing Optimus Prime, Megatron, and Soundwave in this Toy Alliance Mega Action Series. So if that's Mega Action Series, so that it'll be big. It will be huge. But yeah. All right. Anything else to talk about? Because I wanted to kind of do the stream for a while now, and I never got the chance until now to do it. So this is a good opportunity for me to do the stream. If anybody wants to join the live stream, then by all means, you can join. I do have a link that I can provide for you if you want to join. But no comments at the moment. Nope. No questions for the moment. But I kind of have to talk about that. That looks cool. So screen share. So we have an upgrade kit for Titans, Power of the Primes, Abominus from Dreamwave, which also has an alternate head. Which I can't wait to get the Grimlock upgrade kit once I complete him. And if I can find the image, and we also have an upgrade kit of combined Starscream. I love the coronation cape and the hands. That looks awesome. Definitely a must buy if you have Abominus or Starscream assembled, then this is a cool must buy. I mean, there's an alternate head of him screaming, which if you want that, then by all means. But I love this. I think this is a show accurate version of Abominus, and a really cool upgrade kit of Power of the Primes combined Starscream. I love the idea of it. But so it looks like Cyberverse is going to be on Cartoon Network. I'm kind of interested how long it's going to take for Cyberverse to be aired here in Australia. I kind of want it to be aired like as soon as it comes out in the US and at the same time in the US. So it would be nice. I just kind of want to see what it's like. Like, is it any good? Is the voice acting and animation really good? I don't know. It could all depend, but the animation so far doesn't really look that great. Yeah, it's kid targeted. But still, check it out. It most likely won't even get like a little bit of a watch. I'll probably like watch like 2 or 3 episodes and just like, nope, I'm done. I won't even watch it anymore. And it's good that Hasbro is finally getting their priorities straight. They're making Cyberverse for kids, and they're doing the studio series for the people who love the movies, including the Bumblebee film. And they have Power of the Prime / War for Cybertron for pretty much collectors of all ages, and it does seem they've got their priorities straight. So this is the current list recently revealed of the complete studio series. It's kind of the wave numbers of each of the figures. But that's wave 1, Bumblebee all the way to Blackout, and then you have wave 2, which is Jazz up to Ironhide. Recently Brawl and Megatron showed up here in Australia. Then we got, I think, wave 3. Looks like we're gonna have Bumblebee in his Chimera mode with Charlie. So it does kind of confirm a little bit that Bumblebee won't always have the Volkswagen. And I know he turns into a Jeep at one point in the Bumblebee movie, but he won't always have the Volkswagen. He's eventually going to turn into the Camaro, which is kind of interesting. So does that mean he has the Camaro for that long? for years and years, leading up to 2007. I don't know. And then we got the Volkswagen, the Golden exclusive, and then we got Starscream, Dropkick, the KSI Sentry, and we got the 2017 Bumblebee, which finally getting a good release. That figure has been rare, but here's a closer image of it. There's not a whole lot differences compared to it, but the Charlie figure kind of looks like the Transformers Prime First Edition. The little Jack and Raph and Miko figures. That's kind of what it looks like. But yeah, interesting to see how Bumblebee takes the old Camaro and how it leads up to the 2007 movie. It's interesting. My hype is kind of gaining on me. Don't let us down, Travis Knight. Don't let us down. So I kind of think this is actually I'm kind of thinking what. Oh, I'm kind of. I'm not really able to speak today, but I'm kind of thinking this is pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I don't need to talk about anything else. I'm glad I kind of got this off my chest, and I've talked about all the reveals at San Diego. And honestly, I'm hyped for a lot of things. The Bumblebee film, the Wolf Cybertron series, maybe a few figures of Cyberverse. Again, I'm not really kind of sure. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. And hold on. And before let me just see how long the stream has been. It's been 46 minutes, so I can probably quickly talk about this while on the air. I recently uploaded images on Facebook. Let me see. I'm not screen sharing at the moment. Also, hi, Facebook people. But if I go, no, piss off. I need to go full screen. That looks better. So if I go this screen share, yep. So this is what I've been working on this past couple of days. It's a Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. It's based off the Robots in the Skies, Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime. So far I've done pretty much the upper body and pretty much reassembled the legs and pretty much reassembled it. At the moment, I kind of want to go away. At the moment, I kind of want to do a little bit of touch-ups on him, just so I can finish it off. Because if you can sort of see in the photo, there's still a little bit of blue in the legs and a little bit of red hanging around the figure, but it's mostly purple, and that's a close-up of the head, which is all black. And also the bit on the chest, which is supposed to be the window cracking. I kind of messed it up there, but I'll kind of rectify that, probably repaint it, and probably do some more things to it. But I don't think it's fully complete. It does need a little bit more work and a little bit more touch-ups for the moment. And I'll definitely do a custom highlights of it eventually, as well as a custom highlights of the Last Night Berserker, which is fully complete. I like the way he looks. I love the detail. Paints at the moment have been really, really cool. So yeah, that's kind of actually what I've been working on. I'm kind of excited to see. It looks really cool. Maybe eventually I'll get the faction symbols and then have the faction symbols stickers, like the Shattered Glass symbols and the other symbols for my customs. Because we're good to get them factioned up and proper up. So, but yeah, I pretty much think that's basically what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to get off the chest about SCC. So how much time have we got on the stream? If I go live, no comments at the moment. If you guys want to ask me questions, then now will be the perfect time. For the moment, just hit the 50-minute mark, almost under an hour. I think it's pretty good time to eventually head off. So thank you, everybody. So before I head off, good time to answer questions if you want to, or anything. But yeah. So this has been Dreadwing 2029. So yeah, I might as well head off now. So yeah, do my intro again because why not? So this has been Dreadwing 2029. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you like what's coming up in the new reveals from the SDC Comic Con. Cyberverse, I'm not too keen on. Once again, War for Cybertron, which they haven't named that, but that's them anyway. So this has been Dreadwing 2029, signing out, and have a good day. Goodbye. Bye. Bye.